What was that? Hi, everybody. I'm KROG, my friends call me KROG. That's not my real name. My parents weren't that cruel to me growing up. Actually, they weren't cruel to me at all. They gave me a pretty good name, I guess. But my friends call me KROG, and I like to talk sports, and that's the whole point of these YouTube videos that I do. KROG Talks Sports. I call it that. Anyways, my name is KROG, and I'm here to talk to you today about my Detroit Red Wings. They're off to a 2-1 start. They lost to New Jersey in their season opener in New Jersey last week. They beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 6-4 in their home opener on Saturday, and they got to play this. Their new goal horn. They have a new goal horn, and it's awesome. I love it. I didn't have a problem. A lot of Red Wings fans didn't like the recording that they use at LCA, Little Caesars Arena, or as I like to call, I think it should be the Gordie Howe Memorial Arena, but that's just me. I've been saying that since before Gordie even died, when they announced that they were building a new rink in downtown Detroit that they were going to play out of. And I said, you know what? They need to make it the Gordie Howe Arena. And then unfortunately, we lost Gordie in June of 2016. And motherfuckers didn't listen to me. Well, what do I know? I'm just a diehard Red Wings fan, and I love the Red Wings. I thought it would have been cool, and it's pretty easy to do, but I digress. No Gordie Howe Memorial Arena yet, but maybe someday. Maybe someday the Illich family will either say, you know what? It's pretty cheesy that we found at Little Caesars and we own the Red Wings and we just gave the naming rights to Little Caesars. Maybe they'll honor Gordie. I think it'd be cool. But anyways, that's the topic for another day. The Red Wings have a new goal horn. And they have a new goal song, too. For legal reasons, I'm not going to say what the name of the song is. Let's just say there is a shady character who was not fat that was born and raised in Detroit, is a huge Red Wings fan, a Detroit icon. He was at the game recent. It was the Lions game he was at. But anyways, he's been spotted at Red Wings games for years, and one of his biggest songs, again, don't want to say the name just in case somebody's like, oh, you shouldn't be saying that, you don't have rights to it. So let's just say it's without this person. There's a part in the song, one of the chords goes, na 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 na. Na, 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 na. And like that's the goal song now. So if you go to Detroit and you get scored on, you're going to hear this. Followed by na, 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 na. And it's awesome. I have no problem with it whatsoever. I know some people online, some old curmudgeons were saying, oh, it's obnoxious. Yeah, that's the point. Detroit Red Wings are going to be obnoxious. They've been known when they were winning Stanley Cups and even before during the Yzerman and Fedorov days leading up to the 97 Stanley Cup and afterwards, they were known as a tough physical hockey team that would punch you in the fucking face. No matter what it took to win, the Red Wings were going to do it. You think Vladimir Konstantinov was going to ever win a Lady Byng Award for most gentlemanly player? No! Vladdy was not. They said for years, Vladdy would cross-check his own mother in the crease if it meant it was going to help his team win. He didn't give a fuck, and the Red Wings didn't either. Now, I know hockey isn't what it used to be, but it seems like the Red Wings were a little too passive over the last little while, especially during this playoff drought. I mean, we've seen a few examples of it in the past. Dylan Larkin a couple years ago in the home opener. Ironically, another home opener against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Got ran by Matthew Joseph and took matters into his own hand, got into a little scrap, and boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, he got a one-game sussy, but that's about it. There's really been very few examples of the team being physical, being in your face. But now they have an in-your-face goal song. They have an in-your-face goal horn that's going to piss the opponents off, and I love it. I love when the Red Wings are pissing off their opponents. It means they're getting under their skin. It means they're probably going to win the game. That's what we like. That's what we want. We want the Red Wings to not I'm not saying, you go out there and club a bunch of guys in the head with your stick or anything like that, but play with some passion. Be hard to play against. Be physical, and that's what they've been. They have been very good on the forecheck so far. I would argue in the 9 periods of hockey that they've played so far, they've only been outplayed in 2 of them, and by slim margins. The second period against New Jersey in the season opener last week, a game in which they lost 4-3. Technically, it was more 4-2. There's an empty net goal, and then Robbie Fabry, who was his Band-Aid at this point. It seems like anytime he blinks, he's out with an eye injury, or he sneezes too hard, and he's just injury prone. It's too bad, but he's not even the worst contract on the team right now, which is saying something, because a guy who, speaking of which, I just injured. Oh, fuck, that hurt. I didn't injure it, I hurt it, but a guy that is just known to be injured, got hurt again, scored the third goal late with about 30 seconds left in the third period. It's too bad that he's always injured, but like I said, not the worst contract on the team. That's going to be a video probably for next week, or maybe later on. I'm not sure. I kind of just make these up as I go. But I did want to talk about the goal horn. I did want to talk about the goal song. I love it. Red Wings fans, what do you think? Even hockey fans in general, even if you're an Arizona Coyotes fan, one of 8 fans that the Arizona Coyotes have. If you are an Arizona Coyotes fan and you're seeing this, comment. Tell me what you think about the Red Wings' new goal song and goal horn. Red Wings fan, please tell me what you think about it. Even if you hate it, if you disagree with me, if you're like, KROG, it's stupid. I don't give a fuck. Comment anyways. Like this shit. Like the page. Share it. Do what you have to do. Let's get this thing cooking. Let's go. I want my YouTube page to be successful, and I want my hockey team to be successful. And right now, the Red Wings are off to a very good start. Like I said, they've played 9 periods of hockey so far, and they've been outplayed, I think, in about 2 of them. Second period against New Jersey, and the first period against Columbus the other night. Columbus had a few more chances that I don't think they were really outplayed that badly, but I did think they were the better team. James Reimer stood on his head when he had to, and then the team settled down, dominated the second and third periods. I know Columbus is a bad team. We've played 2 good teams, or I'd argue we played 3 different levels of teams so far. The Devils are projected to be Stanley Cup contenders this year, and we lost to them. The Lightning, nobody really knows because Andrei Vasilevsky is injured, and a lot of their core players are getting older. So nobody really knows what to expect of the Tampa Bay Lightning this year. They could. I wouldn't be surprised if they missed the playoffs. So we don't know what they're going to be. They're kind of middle of the pack, I think, this year. So we beat them, and then Columbus is expected to be a poopy. And we showed them why they're supposed to be poopy. They are just a young hockey team. They're a little ways behind the Detroit Red Wings, I think, this year, and probably for the next few years. Adam Fantilli looks like a player, though. That kid can fucking play. He's going to be good. He's going to be good. Too bad we couldn't win one of those draft lottery positions and possibly draft him. But I digress. I'm not going to say the NHL's rigged the Red Wings like some people out there. It's a fucking draft lottery, people. If your neighbor won the lottery, and if you bought a ticket for the lottery, and your neighbor bought a ticket for the lottery, and you lost, and your neighbor won the lottery, won the jackpot, would you go be like, the lottery's rigged? No, you wouldn't. You'd probably be pissed off and a little jealous, but you wouldn't be saying it's rigged. So why do we say the NHL draft lottery is rigged? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Regardless, that's a topic for another day. The Red Wings have a new goal horn. I like it better. Like I said, I didn't have a problem with the recording that they used at LCA or the Hey Hey Hockey Town, even though that song was kind of annoying. Sorry. Don't mean to piss off Red Wings faithful there. I just didn't really think it's great. But then again, I don't think Mickey Redmond's that great either, and people seem to really hate when I bring that up. But hey, we're all Red Wings fans. We're all allowed to have a difference of opinion. That's just how it is. So anyways, new goal horn for the Red Wings. We got the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I want to hear that shit one more time. You know what? I'm going to hear it one more time. Glorious. Oh, keep going. Just glorious. Glorious. Red Wings take the Penguins tonight. I think they're going to beat them because they're old, they're slower, and we're showing some pretty good wheels so far and some pretty good forechecking. So we can wear down the Penguins and their old-ass defense. I think we can do it. Crosby and Malkin are off to really good starts, though, so we got to bring our A-game defense. Let's go. Also, one more thing I wanted to mention before we go, not Red Wings related, but NHL related. A guy that I'm going to admit, I've never really liked him. I didn't like him as a coach. I didn't like him as an analyst. I've never really agreed with anything he said. I thought he was full of shit most of the time. But he's a human being, and he recently was forced to retire, and that is Barry Melrose. He is no longer going to be on TV. Barry Melrose was unfortunately just diagnosed with Parkinson's disease not too long ago. And no matter what I think of him as an analyst or as a coach, I didn't really agree with anything he really said on air. I watched him quite a bit. Sometimes I'd even turn the channel when I'd see his ugly mug on. But regardless, Barry Melrose is a person, and Parkinson's is just a terrible, terrible, terrible disease. It's awful. I wish him nothing but the best. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that he got diagnosed with that. It's a terrible thing to hear. I'm thinking of him and his family, and I wish Barry a long and prosperous rest of his life, because it's not an easy thing to go through. I can imagine. I personally have not been affected by Parkinson's. I don't know anybody that's had to deal with it, but it just sounds awful. It sounds awful, and I wish him nothing but the best. So Barry Melrose, you're in our thoughts here at KROG Nation. But yeah, that's about it for now, folks. So Red Wings, go horn, baby! Let's hear it one more time! Yes! Oh, that gives me a hockey boner. Sorry to put that visual in your head, folks, but I'm loving the new goal horn. And I'm loving the new goal song. And to be honest, if that atmosphere is maintained at LCA, the one that was there Saturday, it was like a playoff game. It was like I was watching a Game 7 at Joe Louis Arena. That's how intense the crowd was. They were into it. They were loud. They were obnoxious. They were pains in the ass. Let's go, fans. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Let's make... Dylan Larkin, the captain, said that Little Caesars Arena, Little Caesars Arena is the best arena in the league. Let's be the best fans in the league. Let's go. Let's fucking go. We got the Penguins tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. KROG out.